Good morning. It is Wednesday, August 30th, and we only have one more day of school this week because Friday begins our Labor Day holiday. Woo! I tried to show you my outfit of the day in my bedroom this morning. I'm not sure that's going to turn out very well, so just in case, here is a better view, hopefully. Here is my jewelry. I have this necklace and earring set from Dress Barn, I believe. I have, oops, wrong hand. My ring is another Lotti Dottie. My bracelets are from Dress Barn. This is the pineapple bracelet I got from one of my friends. And then I have another kind of t-shirt dress, but it's a maxi dress that goes all the way to the floor. And then it has a rope belt here. And then I'll show you my shoes. Here are my shoes. Kind of see like that. But probably more than you ever wanted to know. And then I'm going to show you the morning work on the board, because my students got a little confused yesterday and I didn't get a chance to zip up here and write it, so I've got it pre-written. Okay, so these are their front and back of their morning pages. The left side is the language part and the right side is the math part. And so I did the parts where they just have to basically just copy whatever's there. But then the ones that are starred, they have something that they need to figure out how to do. So they're gonna have to find the words on this first part here. Then down here they need to write the beginning sound of each picture. Then over here, they need to figure out the missing part of the number bonds. Then they need to figure out the sum of these equations and then finish the pattern with the shape and the color. So my little friends should be coming in about 10 minutes or so. I'm going to get all my stuff up on my computer and maybe grab a little something to eat real fast so that I have enough energy to make it until lunchtime. I wanted to show you that I added yet another thing to my board. Yesterday, I showed the new things here, or maybe Monday. I think it was yesterday, whatever. So I forgot what I was going to do with this one. So this is going to be the code date. So the word, the date in words, and then the code date. And then, of course, I said my very important pineapple's name will go on the crown. And then I added this. I've had it ready. I just haven't had a chance to put it up. You know how that is. You get all the stuff ready, and then you have to have time to actually display it. So it's called When You're Feeling Angry, Take the Time to Taco About It. And it's just ways of calming yourself if you're upset or angry. And so we're going to use this to help us manage our feelings. I showed the class this yesterday and they thought it was cute, but I said we would taco about it at a later date. But it's just like strategies and things you can say to someone if you're upset and don't want to talk to them right now, or if you want them to leave you alone. So we will be talking about that soon. Well, I got my kids to PE. We had to use the restroom really super fast. Sorry, I'm paranoid about the window. Sorry if I look away because I see shadows walk past my door window and I think someone wants to come in. My door is locked, but yeah, I have to let them in if they come to the door. So sorry about that. As I was saying, I got my kids to PE. It's about 10:40-ish, I think. Yep, just like yesterday. And it's upstairs. We used the restroom real quick and I had to kind of shoo them out of there because some of them were just la-di-di, lollygagging around, not getting done so they could get to the gym. Got them in there, so that was good. I don't know if I was being too ambitious with math today or they just weren't coming along for the ride. I don't know. Maybe it was a little confusing. But my lesson today was on odd and even numbers. So before we jump into Go Math next week, I've done some number sense activities with them and number sense lessons from Reagan Tunstall's guided math units at the very beginning of Unit 1. So we did a number line and I showed you that yesterday. And tomorrow we have number cards and we're going to match linking cubes to the number cards. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I've got, each student will get a stack of 10 linking cubes and they'll have to cut these apart. And I've numbered the back of each one because I know from experience that kids lose their cards all the time. So they will cut these out. I might just cut them out to save time because 20 students cutting out little cards might be a little scary for me right now. I may just take them home and cut them on my little slicer. That might be easier. But anyway, they're numbered so that we know that student number 1, these are all their cards. And if we find them in a pile on the floor, we'll know who they go to. They'll just go in a little Ziploc bag in their school box. So I'll have them lay these out in number order, like a number line, and then they will build the numbers and show me that they can do matching, like 1 cube for the number 1 and 2 cubes for the number 2, blah, blah, blah. And they'll have to take their little towers apart because they don't have enough to make all the numbers without doing that because they only have 10 cubes. Anyway, that was supposed to have been yesterday's lesson, so I'm one day behind everything. Yeah, so today we did odd and even numbers, and I had them do, first I read a book. Let me find the book. I think I put it, yes, it's over here. Come with me to my reading chair, my friends. Here is my reading chair, which you've seen. It's got the owl pillow. Oh my goodness, it's stuck. Let me pull. It's trapped on the rug. Here we go. All right, so here's my reading chair, my brown reading chair with the nice owl pillow. So I do read alouds and stories in this chair. So I have this cute little book called Splitting the Herd, a corral of odds and evens. And it's really cute. We've got these two cow farmers, and I can't remember what his name is, but he has this great idea to keep them separated by saying, you take the odds and I'll take the evens. And of course the cows weren't complying. They were jumping the fence, they were going under the fence, they were going around the fence, they were making a hole in the fence. So it wasn't working out very well. But the cool thing was I did my number line lesson with plates, the red and blue plates. I don't remember if I showed you or not. If I didn't, let me show you right now, because I don't know. It was more than 2 minutes ago, so it's gone out of my head. We did, and I've moved my plates. Do you have days like that where you're just scatterbrained and you don't know what you did with stuff? Oh, I think I put them back here with the rest of the math. Oh, go figure. Because that actually made sense. That's why I didn't think of it first. So my plates on the number line, I don't remember if I showed you. I don't think I did. I showed you the number line we made with the sentence strips. But I made a full-size number line with plates. This is one of Reagan Tunstall's activities in her guided math, Unit 1, number sense. So the odd plates are red. The even plates are blue. And we made our number line like that. And I kind of gave them a little preview of odds and evens by telling them that's why the colors were like that. And that it was an A-B pattern, because they should know that from kindergarten. Not everybody does, but they should. So I did that. And then in the story that I showed you, Splitting the Herd, they had the numbers across the bottom of the page. And the odds were red and the evens were purple. So it was close to the colors we already did. So I pointed that out to help them. And then when we did this paper, I showed them to color their odd numbers red and their even numbers blue, and then to color the odd side red and the even side blue. And I'll show you what it turned out like. I'll show you the one that I did. They did a really good job, actually. And we used glue sponges for the very first time ever. I made them last summer, like a whole year ago summer. Never got them out. Honestly, my class last year, I'm not sure I could have handled that on my scooter. That would have been kind of hard. So we just used glue sticks, which worked fine. But I really wanted to do the glue sponges. And strangely enough, my little leader today said, what are those? What are those sponges? And I told him, he goes, are we going to use those? I said, yeah. He goes, today? I said, no, I don't think today. And then we did. I said, hey, buddy, we are going to use them today. Because I forgot what we were doing. Go figure. So here's what we did. They cut them out and they put them on the paper. And I asked them to put their name at the bottom. Kind of figure most of them forgot to do that. So we'll just make sure to do that before we put them away. So they did this, and this was to help them kind of get the odds and evens in their brain. And I also showed them with the plates, like if the plates were cookies and I had 2 cookies, could I split them evenly with my friend, Jaden over here? And they're like, yeah, but what if I had 3? So I got 3 plates out and I said, could I split these 3 cookies evenly with my friend Jaden? And they're like, no. And I said, so I get 2 and you get 1. And they're like, wait, what? I'm like, oh. So now we know that the even numbers are the fair numbers. You can split them evenly and no one's sad. And the odd numbers are the unfair numbers. Somebody always gets more and somebody always gets less. So that's one way to still get odds and evens. And then after they did their papers here, I'll show you. I had them get in partners to play this odd and even treehouse game. This game is free. It came from kidscount1234.com. kidscount1234.com, and it's Sherry Sloan. She may have it on TpT as well, but she also has a huge website full of resources. And I've used this game for years, since I discovered her website way back, and the kids have always loved it. I'm playing it a little differently than what the directions read. What I told them was to have one of their partners be the odd partner and one of them be the even partner. And the odd partner was going to use red. And see, these people listened really well. Yay. So they should get some stickers for their Super Improvers wall over there. I've been handing out stickers like air today, people. Like air, hoping for great behavior. And they have done a very good job. So the odd partners are red, the even partners are blue. And I said, we didn't even use the cards today because I thought that'd be too much. They shake their dice. I don't know if I showed you the dice cup either. They shake it 3 times. They look at the bottom. And we've got 2. So if I'm the odd partner and I got a 2, that's an even number, so it doesn't count for me. But if I got an odd number, I get to put a picture on my ladder. And so when you get a number that fits with your tree, you get to put a picture on your ladder, and whoever gets to the top of the ladder first wins. And it looks like Harmony's about to win this game. Woohoo. So obviously we didn't finish because the cutting and gluing and the glue sponge directions and just life in general took longer. Just like everything's taking longer than I anticipate. Even though I build in extra time, it's apparently not quite enough time. So I guess I was trying to sneak in a little too much before we went to PE today, since it's upstairs. It takes a little longer to get there, and I didn't go early enough for a long enough restroom break to not be a little bit late. Oops. My bad. I got to get myself together. I even have alarms set on my phone, but I'm like, I can't stop them now. We got to do something here. So I told them we wouldn't normally do this, but today we're just going to pause our game, kind of scoot our stuff over a little so we can line up and leave it as it is right now. And I'll show you the mess that is my room. So I never let them leave the room looking like this, ever. We always clean up before we leave. However, it wasn't their fault. I kind of budgeted my time too short for all the things we did. So I told them to just kind of scoot their stuff over a little. I picked up the glue sponges and put them away. I made sure everything was glued before I put the glue sponges away so we wouldn't have to get them out again. And I've got them put away, but I told them to just leave out their papers. I did ask them to put scissors away, so those two weren't listening too well. And that they could finish the game when they got back, just to try to remember whose turn it was so it was fair. So right after lunch, they'll get to play their game. Then we'll clean up, then we'll have rest and read time, and then we'll continue on with our day as normal-ish. So yeah, that is my crazy messy room right now. But all in all, I've done everything I wanted to do so far, except we still need to make a birthday book for my August birthday child. And so probably, here's what I'm thinking. Finish the game after lunch, do rest and read time, do the birthday book, then do the letter pages, and while they're working on that, and I'll let them start on their hats too to keep them occupied and quiet. I need to start reading testing again because I got no one reading tested yesterday because of the math testing. And I'm starting to feel the time crunch, being that it's Wednesday and we only have one more day this week, and the next week we only have 4 days, and we have to be done with our testing, and I don't want to have to do it on Friday. That's my birthday, for one thing. And Fridays are super short because we get out an hour early because teachers meet after the kids leave for our professional learning community, what we call OLC, because it starts with our district's name. So yeah, I have some goals, some lofty goals. So go big or go home, right? We're going to see what happens. And yesterday we didn't finish our hat for then, so I told them they could do all 4 creatures today on one hat. So yeah, I only have to measure their heads one time, so that's good. I'll do that, and then they can have like a creature here, a creature in the back, and a creature on each side, and that'll be 4 in 1. Sweet. And it'll save me having to measure twice. Yeah, I think that sounds like a good plan. And I'll probably chat with you at the end of the day, and I'll let you know if anything got accomplished. I think it will, because they're ready to go with me on this journey of crazy. So I'll talk to you later. Hey, I think I just discovered the source of the magical lipstick. Look what I found in someone's cubby this afternoon when I was checking to make sure they had packed everything. Interesting. And it's not the girl that had the lipstick on. So apparently we need to have a talk about what's appropriate and what's not appropriate, and why you shouldn't wear someone else's makeup or even bring makeup to school. Fun times. Hello there. It is Wednesday evening, and my epic plans epically failed. Well, I guess I shouldn't say failed. We did get everything in that I wanted to, except I didn't get as many children tested as I wanted. I did test 2, but I didn't get 5 tested. So tomorrow the crunch is on. And we didn't get the birthday book made either. So we might just skip our 2 letters tomorrow because they didn't finish all of them. All of them did not finish their hats. Some of them did. A few of them did. They just, I don't know. Today they were kind of sluggish. I guess they're just tired because we're finally kind of getting in the groove of getting up every day and going on a routine and getting their work done. So yeah, it's okay. I can just push it back another day. It'll be all right. Because really the reading testing is a little more important than the 2 letters tomorrow, because we can make them up next week. So that is my plan. I don't know if you can hear Socks. He's joining me on the bed. Say hi, Socks. Say hi.
Hi. Is he meow? Aw, lovey boy. Yeah, he's wanting something. I think he's wanting food. He kind of does that when he gets hungry, even though he ate a little while ago. But it's never enough. All right, I'm going to say goodnight, and I'll chat with you tomorrow, which will kind of be my fake Friday. It's the last day of our school week. Yay! Good night.
Good morning. It is Thursday, August 31st. It is the last day of our school week because tomorrow we have off and then Monday is Labor Day, so we have a 4-day weekend. Woo! So I'm planning on heading out as soon as possible after packing when I get home from school today so we can have some fun family time. I'm going to show you my outfit today if I can get it to work. I have this gray t-shirt dress that's knee length, and I've got these shoes, sparkly sandals, and then I'm wearing the same accessories basically as the first day of school: my yellow scarf, yellow earrings, my little pineapple bracelet, my yellow ring, and this bracelet. My kids are at library right now, and I have about 2 minutes to finish up what I'm doing. I've been very productive during my plan time though. I got my Scholastic orders submitted, and I've got the order printed so I can send it up to the office with all the payments. I think our lunch is provided today from a church, so I don't have to worry about taking my lunch upstairs, even though I did remember to bring lunch today, but that's okay, I can save it. And I need to finish my lesson plans so I can print them out and not have to think about them over the weekend, theoretically. We got the birthday book done for my friend, except for one child, for some unknown reason, decided to shove his birthday page in his folder. I don't know why. He didn't even finish the child's name on the paper. So he's going to be doing that while the rest of us have rest and read time after lunch today so that I can add his page to the book. Because right now I can't put the book together, but I will show you the book. Here is the book, and then I'll lay it down here so you can see what this birthday boy's page looks like. He's going to party like a pineapple. And then the student page looks like this, and it says, "Hooray, hooray, it's your birthday, dear whoever. I'm glad you're in my class because," and then they write a sentence. And through the year I have them add more to it, so by the end of the year they should really fill up the page, and then sign it your friend and then their name. So they're learning how to write a friendly letter in the process. Then they're supposed to color the pineapple and the cake and the balloons and decorate a little bit to make it nice. We will have the birthday kid sit in the share chair, and we will all read our pages to him, and then he'll take the book home and have it forever. Whew, this has been quite the whirlwind of a day. I have tried to keep my little critters busy, but I've tried to get them caught up and everything. We did not do any new things with the letters today. So we would have done G and D, and we did do the sound boxes, but we didn't do anything else. Didn't do the hats, nothing, because I wanted them to catch up on the stuff from yesterday that didn't happen. And then this afternoon, they're at recess right now, we're going to start our movement club, which is called Healthy Heritage. And we go to the old playground, and they walk, or they can run, or they can skip, whatever. It's just a movement time for them, and we count their laps. And we've got this app that we're trying out that's called Easy Scan, and the kids all have a card, and they'll come by the iPad and just scan their card, and it's supposed to keep track of all the laps that they do. And after so many laps, they get a prize, and they just keep building on their laps through the whole school year, and they get recognized, and it's pretty cool. And it's a great way to get kids outside and moving, getting fresh air, besides just the one recess that we get a day. So that's what we're going to do in about 20 minutes. And I've already had them pack. Normally I have them pack after everything, but today I thought, you know what, we're going to go to the other side, basically a different campus, kind of, across the street. And it's probably going to take me a while to get my little ducks across and back. And that way we won't have to worry about scurrying around and trying to get our backpacks put together, and which thing is left at home, which thing is right back to school, and, blah, 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 and all the crazy confusing stuff from packing, because they've only done it, 2 weeks, not even 2 full weeks. About probably 6 days of actual packing. So they're getting pretty good at it though. I mean, once they get the hang of it, they've got it. It's not a huge deal. I have had to remind a few people that we don't just take our papers and shove them down our backpack and call it good. So I helped a few students remember, oh, we're supposed to put these in the folder in our binder. That way it keeps our paper safe and sound and helps them get home. And then you can show your parents your awesome work. And also all those special notes for activities coming up don't get lost. So got that taken care of. I had 2 students gone today. I know one was going to be gone because she was sick yesterday. The first child that I've sent home sick already on the 6th day of school. Kind of sad. So there's some kind of creeping crud virus thing going around. I've had a lot of kids this week with sore throats. And I have one now. But it could be because I was kind of talking a little bit louder today because they were very excited. I think they know that the weekend is here and they're just ready to be gone. And I get it because I'm ready too. And we're tired and we've worked hard. So I just decided we would make this a ketchup and pickles day. So they got to catch up on things that were in their unfinished work folder, and they got to pick books to read with their friends if they were finished. Sorry, this is peppermint oil that the dear music teacher that we have loaned me because I have an awful headache and nothing I've done has made it go away. So she does essential oils, and she said, I have peppermint oil in my room. And I'm like, great, that's awesome. And she sent a child down with it so I could use it. So I need to get it on me and get it back to her, which I'm not exactly sure where you're supposed to put it. I don't know if you put it on your temple or if you put it on, I think it's just somewhere we can smell it. I might just put it behind my ear because that's one of the pulse points, like when you do perfume. I'm thinking that'll work. So that's kind of my day. I never got my lesson plans finalized today for next week. So I'm hoping after school, since I don't have duty, I'll have a good 45 minutes to work on them. Didn't get to some of the stuff this week, so they'll roll into next week again. I haven't done any of my be safe, be respectful, be responsible lessons yet because those were scheduled for the afternoons after recess, and we just haven't gotten our alphabet stuff done in a timely manner. So I'm going to have to step up the game a little bit on that and just have them be like, you got to get it done now or it doesn't get done. So yeah, that's what's going on with me. I'm not sure if I'll vlog at the end of the day or not. If I don't, I'll say goodbye now, and this will probably go up on Sunday because I ended up breaking this week into 2 parts because apparently I was very chatty, and I didn't want you to sit for an hour on a video. So I did Monday and Tuesday on one video, and I'm going to do this one on another video. So that should work out great. They'll probably be about the same amount of time. Maybe I should stop being so chatty. I don't know. I personally enjoy hearing about people's days in their classrooms, but if I talk too much, I apologize. I just like to share, I guess. And it's a great time to kind of, like I've said before, to decompress and share with my friends out there in YouTube land, because I know that most of you are teachers and you totally understand where I'm coming from. So I have some sisters and brothers out there in the teaching field that totally get what I'm saying, and I appreciate that. Man, my voice sounds kind of hoarse. And I've got a lot of drainage, so I hope I'm not coming down with something because we're going to try to head out as soon as we get packed when I get home today to go south a little bit to vacation for a few days and then come back and hopefully be rested and relaxed and ready to face more. Yeah, because the big time math starts next week. Whew. And I need to get my reading testing done so I can get my reading group started because the end of the quarter is like the middle of October, and that is fast approaching because it's September tomorrow. So that only gives me about 6 weeks of teaching time before I have to start grade card assessing for reading. Now, the rest of the concepts I'm going to test as we go. I'm going to try. I always say that, and it seems like it always becomes crunch time, and I end up having to test everything toward the end of the quarter, which I hate because it's not really fair to the kids to make them sit there for test after test after test. So I'm going to do my best to just finish up something and then give a test, and then finish up something and give a test, whatever has to be tested. So I hope that works out well. Yeah, I think that's about what I'm up to now. I think I better change into my tennis shoes pretty soon, though, because I'm not going to wear these sandals over there. That will hurt my feet eventually. Yeah. So when I come back, I may let you know how well these little cards worked. My class and my partner's class are going to be like the beta testers of this app to see if it's going to work very well. And then PTA has agreed to fund this program for the whole school. I guess the app is kind of expensive. We're getting a free trial right now, which is how the 2 of us are doing it today. So we're going to try it out and try to work out the kinks. So far, we haven't been able to log into it. I put in my email and a password, and now it says it's invalid. And I'm like, how can it be invalid? I just made it. I didn't forget it already. It's the same one I use all the time. So my partner teacher was going to try to work out the kinks before we took the kids out. If not, we may just say, walk with me, and we'll count how many times around we go today and then try this out next week. I don't know. We'll make it work. We're going to go outside regardless. Unfortunately, my kids have recess, and then they're going to do the walking. But the walking is a lot more slow pace, and it's just restful. You know, they can chat with friends as they go around. And we'll come in from recess, and I'll give them a restroom and drinks break, and then we'll head out, and we can just mosey. We're not in a big hurry. And I'll start back kind of early, so we have plenty of time to wander back to our classroom because we're way down. Like, we're at the bottom of the building at the far end. So it takes us a little longer to get up and out than some people that are like kindergarten floor is right on the main floor. So that'll be okay though. I think the kids are looking forward to it, and especially being able to be loud and crazy outside is something that they need, and they don't get that until 1:30 every day, and that's not working the greatest. So, and yeah, I can do go noodle, and I've done movement stuff in my room, but it is not the same as running around outside and screaming like a loony bird. It's just not, because you cannot be as loud inside and you cannot be as active inside unless you're in the gym. And they only have gym every 4th day. So yeah, that's kind of where I sit. So I'm going to have to figure out some more movement stuff. We do the trampoline most mornings where they get to say their name and bounce a few times. But you know what I'm saying? It's just not the same as running around and being a kid outside being crazy loud. So hopefully they'll kind of get the hang of it, and they'll get used to the routine of, oh yeah, I can scream and be crazy at 1:30 toward the end of the day. That's how it is. Last year my recess was at 11:30, which was before lunch, so that worked out pretty well. And then several years prior to last year, my recess was around 9:30 or 10, which is perfect because it was mid-morning. We would go to recess, we'd come back and have a snack, and then do some more learning and go to lunch. So we'd have a break there, and then we go to specials and have a break there, and then we come back and do some learning, pack up and go home. Our schedule completely flopped around this year. All the grade levels switched around when everything was. So we have what second grade schedule used to be. Kindergarten has our schedule, and second grade has kindergarten schedule. So everybody's like all weird with their schedules and not used to it yet, which is why I think I'm probably getting behind, because I'm not used to, oh yeah, at 10:30 we have specials, when I'm used to having specials at like 12:55. That's a huge difference. Like, I'm used to having specials after lunch, not way before lunch. But we're getting the hang of it. Lunch went much better today. We decided to have assigned tables, thank goodness, because that was chaos. And the students listened to me today, and they sat where I asked them to sit, and they stayed in their order. So that worked out well. I think it's going to be okay. They just had to get used to it, and I had to be told, this is how we'll do it every time. Because for a while there, it was like different every day. They'd be like, oh, just do this, do this. I'm like, we need to figure out one way to do it, folks, and stick with it, because this is madness. And it was wasting our lunchtime. I mean, by the time I got them settled, I had lost 10 minutes of my lunch, and we don't have that much lunch to start with. Then you couple that with having to use the restroom, checking your teacher box, possibly talking to the secretary about this, that, and the other, maybe running an errand or making a copy, and then your lunch is gone. Today we had a church bring us lunch, which I think I mentioned earlier, and it was really good. They got us Zaxby's. So that's really cool. My daughter's boyfriend works there. So we got the boneless chicken wing things, I think they were, with the Zaxby's sauce, and they had salad, and they had cookies, and they had tea for us. So that was really nice. I didn't even have to take anything with me but my phone and my keys. That was amazing. So I enjoyed that. And they're going to do that once a month for us, which is so sweet. And I think we should do something nice for them too. They just wanted to show us that they appreciate us, and they like, you know, that we're teaching their children. And they just wanted to encourage us to keep going. So that was really sweet. Okay, I think I'm going to regroup myself, get my shoes changed, and get ready to pick up my kids from recess and wrangle them over to the other area so we can do our movement activity. So I will probably check in with you later, but if not, I will say goodbye until the next time I video.